Chapter 26 of Exodus, verse 1. As for the tabernacle, Moses like little angels stitched into his tent walls, and his tent was to be a grand event among the millions of Israelites with their modest tents. Verse 1 continued, make these of fine twisted linen, of blue, purple, and crimson yarns. For the walls, cloth about 14 meters by 2 meters. Verse 5. 5 of the cloths shall be joined together. Okay, check out the original for details. About 10 by 10 meters, walls 14 meters high, and the tent roof up from there. The ceiling with goat's hair. Verse 14. And make from the tent a covering of tanned ram skins, and a covering of dolphin skins above. That ain't dolphin like what we get in our tuna nets. They don't live in the desert. Verse 29. Overlay the planks with gold, and make the rings of gold as holders for the bars, and overlay the bars with gold. Verse 33. So that the curtain shall serve you as a partition between the holy and the holy of holies. End quote. To be fair, for the Lord Moses, dictator over millions, the tent, though filled with gold and fine material, was not a palace. Just a really nice tent to show he was the Lord Moses, Lord of the wandering army of genocide and plunder soldiers and their families and their slaves. The future belonged to the greatest army. What now, mother killers? Well, China has proven that wrong. They've done it a little bit differently. I mean, they've got an army, but their biggest power is cheap labor and cheap export, and holding the value of their money down through brutal means. And we'll mention the dolphin. The dolphin, nobody really quite knows what they're talking about, but some people suspect it was actually a sea animal, a big fat slow one, and they're all extinct from overhunting because they weren't quick enough to get away from humans. There's quite a few animals extinct from overhunting. In fact, there's a lot of things extinct because of humans, but there's also a lot of things that went extinct before we even got around here, so that's the way it goes. Survival of the most brutal, which is the way it goes for families or races or whatever we call them. Well, is there anything to say about this? Okay, he's making a tent. Well, actually, he's preparing a tent. He's getting the descriptions. The tent is actually described once, and then it's described how it's made. So it could get tedious, so we'll try to keep this one short.